Hi Falcons! Today we are going to be creating a winter fairy tale land. I am about to show you an example. Here is one example that I made of my winter fairy tale land. And here is another example made by a former student. And here is her winter wonderland that she made. She did a fantastic job, and I am going to tell you what you are going to need. This is a 2-day assignment, so today, our first day, you are just going to need a sheet of white paper, a pencil with an eraser in case you make a mistake, and a black Sharpie markers. Gather your materials and we'll get started. I am ready to begin, and I have my paper and pencil ready to go. About a third of the way up the paper, I am going to make a wavy line going across my paper. This is going to show the snow on the ground. This is where we are going to create our wonderland. I am going to begin just by drawing any kind of building I would like. I want to use lots of different shapes, so I'm going to use a rectangle, a triangle, some interesting shapes for some windows. One building. I can create another building. If I want to, I could even make it look like a church, if that's something I'm interested in doing. Remember, we want to add details, so different types of windows. Just to create an interesting thing. If you heard that noise, that was my husband sneezing. It is that time of year. I have another building. Maybe I want to add a building that has lots of windows. Any kind of magical building I think I might see in a city. Maybe I want this one to look like a castle, so I can do that kind of thing on top. Get creative and create whatever building you think might be interesting, with lots of different shapes for the windows. Then I'm going to create a moon in my sky. Looks like a full moon. Across my sky, I want to have all different wavy lines. They can be close together or far apart. All in my sky. After that, I am going to go over all of my lines using that Sharpie marker. It creates very bold lines that help me really define the spaces. And this is actually where we are going to stop for day one. After you finish Sharpieing your entire winter fairyland, it will be about time for you to go to your next class. So I don't want you to rush and finish this project in one day. I really want you to work carefully and use this whole period to create something that shows craftsmanship, neat, careful work. So I'm going to go over all of those pencil lines with my black Sharpie. And then I will be done with my lesson for today and put it in a safe place until we meet again next week for our next lesson to finish our winter fairy tale wonderland. It's day 2 and we are going to pull out that started project that we made the other day. I made it miniature so that my document camera would be able to see the whole picture, but we are going to be continuing today with our winter fairyland. So pull out that Sharpied piece of paper, gather your markers, and you will need a little bit of white paint. If you don't have white paint, you could try chalk. You could try cut and pasting some white scraps of paper onto your project. There are very many ways that you can get creative, and that's where that creativity comes in there, to bring in the white if you don't have white paint. So we'll see each other after you gather your materials. I am now going to use my colors to create a beautiful, colorful town. In fairy tales, like when we watch Frozen or any of those things, we see these bright, beautiful buildings. So we are going to create our own using many colors. You can create it whatever way you'd like. Maybe I'll have a pink building here. Continuing, maybe I'll add some orange. We want that town to be bright and beautiful and multicolored. Which is great because we have so many beautiful colors to choose from. And you don't just have to use primary and secondary colors. A lot of these marker kits have a variety of shades, light blues, dark blues. Fun ways to express yourself using color. And remembering when we talked about color, that color can also express emotion. How we're feeling. When I'm using yellow, I'm feeling happy. So different colors express different emotions. Not only do I want to color my buildings, I also want to color each of those wavy sections in my sky. It'll help us to create a real dream-like quality to our painting. Now, I am doing this much quicker than I'm sure you would because you are going to be an expert with craftsmanship and really make sure that you do a beautiful beautiful job, because it's important to take pride in the work that we're doing. And part of taking pride in our work is working carefully. So I am just going to finish up creating that beautiful, dreamy sky with all of the different colors. The only white I really want left on my paper is the snow on the ground. And you can see I'm kind of creating that warm sky. Now, after I finished carefully coloring my whole picture, I have this winter scene. But I want it to look like it's snowing. So I am going to take my white paint. And again, we talked about options that we can use if we don't have white paint. And I'm just going to stick my finger in the paint and start putting my finger all over it, because it's going to look like the snow is coming down out of the sky. When you are finished, you are going to ask yourself those very important questions that we always ask ourselves. Was I following directions? Did I create a winter fairy tale land? Did I use good craftsmanship? Is this neat work that you're so proud to share with other people? And were you creative? Does your winter fairyland look like nobody else's? If you can answer yes, you know that you are going to sign your name, because that is what great artists do. You will then click on that microphone to upload your picture and share it with me. I cannot wait to see these. I hope you guys have a great day.